Okay, so hi guys. Today we will see a simple case study. This case study, once I was asked in an interview, right? So it was a very simple case study, but I just thought to share it with you guys, right? So let's start. So basically, I was given a requirement in an interview that there is a simple message flow which contains MQ input, compute node, and MQ output, right? This is the simplest flow we can have in my IIB, right? Now, my MQ input will receive this XML message, right, on a queue. Now, the structure of this particular message is like this. We will receive this message which will contain the organization. Under organization, we have different managers, and under managers, we have their IDs, right? So we have to search for a manager whose ID is 7856. The moment we find that the ID is 7856, we have to stop and we have to send only that portion of message to our output queue, right? So this is a simple thing. But now the real question was, this message may come from different organizations, right? If it is coming from organization A, now this tag name will be organization A. Suppose if this is coming from organization B, then this tag name will be organization B. If this is coming from organization C, then this tag name will be organization C, right? So uh, accordingly, this tag name will change. Okay, so we have to write a code in such a way that we don't have to hard code something, and dynamically we can achieve the same, the kind of structure with the name of that particular organization on our output queue. So how can we do this? Okay, so in order to do this, let me quickly create an application, new application, give any name like org app, finish it, new message flow, give any name, meaningful name, right? Give any schema name. It is always a good practice to give schema name. You can leave this field blank, but it is always a good practice. Finish. Let's quickly drag and drop the required nodes. Okay, MQ input, we need MQ input, we need MQ output. Okay, let's bring out the compute node also. Connect the terminals. Okay, quickly give the input queue name. In my case, it is test queue. Test queue. Quickly change the message domain to XML and SC. Provide output queue name. Just open the compute node. Okay, first let's get rid of this unwanted code. Now, as this field which we will receive on input is variable, so we have to take care of that, right? In order to do that, let's create a variable which can store this particular tag name, right? This field name. So let me declare it. Declare, suppose I'm giving a name as organization name or org name. Now provide a value of that particular field. So using field name function we can do that. Right, input root xml and sc dot root, under root we have organization name, so we cannot hard code it, so we will get it like this, right? This is a sign of last child. So under root we can get the last child of root. What is the last child of root? It is organization A, right? So by doing this we can get the organization name. Now As manager tag is repeating, so we have to write a loop, right? In order to do that, we will declare a reference till manager. How we can do this? Not, I mean, this tutorial is not about writing the while loop, so I'm assuming that you already know how to write while loop in equals and all, right? This tutorial is about this case study, the concept behind the case study. Just try to understand that. Sorry, not input root. Yeah, input root. NSC dot. Again, we cannot hard code it. Now manager. Now quickly write it. While last move means till this particular reference is existing, this while loop runs. Currently, this input reference is pointing to the first manager tag only, so we have to move it to the next, so that my while loop work accordingly, right? So we have to move it like this reference to its next sibling, right? This particular manager has this next sibling, this has this next sibling, right? These childs are siblings too. These childs are related as siblings together, right? This is just the same syntax. Now we have to check if my manager dot id is 7856, then create the output. So for that we can do like this: create child of output root xmlnsc dot root. Under root we have to give organization name, but here we cannot give it like this, like we gave here, right? Because this field is already existing. We are receiving this field and we are just retrieving this field into something, right? So this is already existing, right? These values inside this already existing. We are just receiving it on an input and retrieving it into a particular reference only, right? So but in output we are creating it, right? So we cannot give it like that because it will never understand what is this. So we have to provide the tag name here because we have to create it. I cannot write like this because this will be hard coded, right? This tag may be variable. If it is coming from organization B, then this will fail. So here we have to provide a variable name. So in a tree, how can you provide a variable name? You can provide a variable name by putting it into a curly braces like this. Dot curly braces, and inside the curly braces you can write the tag name, right? Manager. Now just give a reference to this. Reference to, we have created this field till manager. I am just giving a reference. I am moving this field now to the last child, cursor to the last child, because we have to create multiple managers. Just move the cursor after creating. Now just simply copy the things. Now the moment your manager id is this, just copy the things and you're done. Now, okay, is there something wrong? Okay, move this particular reference to this. This is correct. Next sibling spelling is wrong. Okay, now everything is rectified. Is there anything we can do in this? I mean, our job will be done. This code is absolutely correct. Is there any improvement we can do? Yeah, we can do it. See, we just need only the manager whose ID is 7856. The moment we find it, just exit this loop, right? Don't unnecessarily traverse, right? So the moment we go inside this if condition and achieve the things, just leave it. Provide a label and just leave it, right? This is a way of breaking the loop. Okay, now we are done. Just deploy it. I have deployed it. This is my input queue. On my input queue, I have a message with Wipro. Let me get the correct message. Okay. Now this is the message. Let me write it on the input queue. And now let's browse the output queue. Okay. See. Now my output queue came. I mean my output message came with the organization A with manager ID 7856, right? So let me go ahead and change the organization. Let me take some real organization like give it IBM. It is coming from IBM, right? This time save it, give it to the input queue. First let me just clear my output. Cleared, write it, browse output. See, this time it is coming from IBM. If now next time if this is coming from Wipro, then we'll see a message from Wipro here. So we are dynamically controlling our output route, right? So this was his real, I mean, question, how we can achieve it, right? So always keep this thing in mind. Now his other question was like, can we achieve this thing? I mean, is there any alternative method that we can achieve this thing? Yes, we can achieve this. There is a function available eval which can let you dynamically execute the eSQL statements. How we can do it? I will be, I mean, uploading the video on eval shortly. So just stay tuned for that, and thank you so much for watching this video.